Is everyone ready? It's been a long time. I know. I know. But it's here. We're doing Higurashi again. I don't know how frequently, whether it'll be once or twice or perhaps even thrice a week. But we are doing it. That's acceptable, Pokin. If you need to catch up, you can just watch the other streams at some other point if you want to. I still haven't decided what the other series we're going to do starting Monday, because I think Friday will be Higurashi Day. Um, but Monday and Wednesday, I still don't know. But that's all right. You do have a tip to read. Yes. Load. Music. Now, it's been a while. I don't... GT4 is very tempting. It is very tempting. There's some more setup I want to do before we get into GTA 4, but GTA 4 is practically ready. So, have a good stream. Thank you. GTA 4 is basically ready. That secret third one, though, is hard to determine, though, because, whenever I get back to school in about a month, we're probably going to flip back to just 2 streams a week. And that means whatever I have third, probably has to either be short or we just dedicate that space to Higurashi or GTA 4. I wouldn't be against doubling up on Higurashi and just having, like, I don't know, maybe Monday Higurashi, Wednesday GTA 4, Friday Higurashi, so we kind of space them and have a thing in between. Short series is a good idea. Yeah, it's either throw in a short series or double up on Higurashi. GTA 4 I don't see a need to double up on because that's a series that, while it will be long, like Diaper Boy was kind of long, it's not going to be as long as this. Higurashi, we're looking at the 50s, 60s number of episodes. So, you know. That's the situation we're in. Anyway. Sadako's trap course, is that what that said? Are we gonna learn? Oh, that's right. I remember this shit. I could see Tomota-kun and Okamura-kun walking over to the gym storehouse. They need to get the bag of lime used to make the lines on the court for our next gym class. They were on duty today, after all. But, in that storehouse, a terrible trap was awaiting them.
トラップって仕掛けた側から見ると本当にハラハラするな。
Being on this side of the trap for once is really thrilling.
圭一さんにもその醍醐味がわかるなら素質がありましたよ。
If you realize that that is the true pleasure in setting up traps, then you have the potential yourself, Keiichi-san. The two of them fumbled around with the gym storehouse's lock. Oh? What's this? Okamura-kun pointed at part of the door and started whispering to Tomita-kun. Then, realizing something, they both jumped away from the door.
お、サトコ、バレたみたいだぞ。失敗か？
Oh, Sadako, I think they found out. Did we mess up?
あの二人が入り口のトラップに気づくのは計算済みですわ。
I had calculated that they would notice the trap at the entrance.
そして次にどういう行動に出るかももちろん計算済みですのよ。
And of course, I've calculated what action they will take now. According to Sadako, after they noticed the suspicious trap on the door, they would go around and try to get in through the back window. just as she'd prophesized, they went around to the back. And just as she'd prophesized, they climbed up, opened the window, and tried to sneak in.
おすげえ聡子の読み通りだぞ
Wow, amazing. Everything's exactly like you said.
あかかった
It got them. What the fuck? We put a bomb? GTA and visual novel streamed at the same time. Welcome back 2022, Dinger Patu and Type Boy. That sort of era was, I think, my favorite era of the channel, when we had like a beginning of Dangan 2 and like the beginning of Type Boy fully loaded going on. Like, cause I think those are like my two favorite series I've ever done. I loved Type Boy Chronicles. An explosion of pure white lime burst out of the window. After a few moments, the two of them managed to crawl away from the window, both of them completely white.
この瞬間がたまりませんわね
This is the moment I live for.
蜜の味でございましてよ
Tastes like honey.
いやしかしよくかかったよな
But still, it was some trap.
あんな器用なトラップ富田君が窓を登るときどこに手を置いてどこに足を置くかとかどこへ飛び降りるとかそういうのを全部読まなくちゃ絶対にかからないぞ
You'd have had to know everything to set something like that up. Where they put their hands, their legs, where they jump down.
いいですことケイチさんトラップの第一歩は相手の観察から始まりますのよ
Listen carefully, Keiichi-san. The first step to making a trap is to watch and observe the victim.
相手の行動パターンを読み相手ならこの時こう動くというのを綿密に読み切るんですのそうすれば必要最低限の仕掛けで最大の効果が狙えるトラップが仕掛けられますのよ
You must scrupulously predict their movement patterns, how they'll move at any given moment. If you do that, then you can achieve the greatest possible results with only the most minimal trap. Come to think of it, before Sadako read the final move at that final moment earlier, Mion had given her high praise, saying she had the makings of a genius.
トラップは読みが全てってわけかじゃあつまり過去に俺が引っかかってきたトラップもみんな俺が読まれてるから引っかかってたってわけか
So it's all about reading the opponent. So then, the traps you've caught me in before, they worked because you figured out everything I'd do?
ええ私なりにケイチさんの行動パターンを読み切っているからかかるんですわよ
Yes, I can see right through all your actions, and that's how I set them up.
だからケイチさんがある日突然いつもと違う癖やいつもと違うパターンになってしまったらかからなくなってしまうわけですわね
So if one day you suddenly started having different habits and behavior, I wouldn't be able to anymore. Bragging that you could anticipate everything I'd do. That was kind of mean.
よーしじゃあさなんかゲームをやってみろ
Okay then, let's play a game now.
サトコの読みが当たるかどうか試してみろよ
I want to test whether your predictions are accurate.
ええいいですわよケイチさんは特に読みやすいですから朝飯前でしてよ
Yes, that is fine with me. Kiji-san, you are particularly easy to get a read on. I could do it before breakfast. When we went back to the classroom, Sadako tore off pieces of paper and wrote something on the back of them, making 3 cards. Of course, I didn't know what she'd written.
この中の1枚を引いてごらんなさいませ外れを引かなければケイチさんの勝ちですわ
Well, I bet she didn't anticipate him killing Rena and me on in Chapter 1. Okay! Uncalled for. Please, pick one of these cards, Keiichi-san. If you do not pick one that says you're a loser, you will win.
よーし挑戦してやるぜ部活で鍛え上げられた俺の感性で見事打ち破ってくれる
Great, you're on! Club has built up my sensitivity to this stuff, so I'll smash right through your predictions. Sadako smirks and holds out the 3 cards. Set your mind to full power by calming it, Keiichi Maibara. Cool and collected is how you'll win. If I don't pick the losing one, I'll win. Which means if I do pick it, Sadako will win. In other words, Sadako wants to make me pick the losing one. What would she do to make sure I picked the losing one? Would she even predict something like that? Statistically speaking, isn't there some rule that says I'm more likely to pick the one in the middle with the ones on either side? Then it hits me like a flash. This is what Mion would do.
さあどれを取るか決まりまして。
Now, which one will you pick?
決めたぜ。それはな、これだ。
I've made my decision, and it is this one! Huh?
何をするでございますの？
What are you doing? I steal all 3 cards from Sadako's hands. I predicted what Sadako would do in advance. Sadako wanted to make sure I picked the losing one. Which meant all 3 of these were losing ones.
というわけだ。この3枚、改めさせてもらうぜ。
And that's how I knew. Allow me to look at all 3. I flip all 3 cards face up, and on each one there's a single word. You're a loser.
なんだこりゃ。はずれ。
What is this? You're a loser.
外れ。
Huh?
つまりはそういうこと。1枚しか取らなかったなら外れにはならなかったということですわ。
It means just what it says. If you'd only chosen one, you wouldn't have lost.
じゃあ俺が3枚まとめて引くの読んでいたってのか。
What? Then you predict that I draw all 3? Oh, this guy got fucking owned. This kid is legitimately... I think this kid's got psychic powers. I mean, she knows Keiichi very well, but it's like... knowing he's gonna snag all 3. This kid might be magic. Life versus Kira type shit. Death Note if it was good. I held my head in my hands and fainted as Sadako reveled at the might of her abilities. Her shrill laughter echoed throughout the classroom. And then there was a poof as lime powder came down upon Sadako's head. I looked to see Tomata-kun and Okamura-kun, all in white, dumping a whole bag of lime powder on her, getting their revenge.
いきなり何をなさいますのですか、お二人とも。
What are you suddenly trying to do, you two?
どうやら誰が罠を仕掛けたのかは問答無用ってところだな。
Looks like there's no use talking to the person who set up that trick.
失礼でございますわね。どこに証拠がございますの？
Well, excuse me. Would you happen to have any proof?
それに罠なんて品のない言い方をやめてほしいですわね。
I'd like it if you didn't call it something so inelegant, a trick.
より優雅にトラップと呼んでほしいですわ。
I would prefer you call it something more refined. A trap, please. That being said, these two pretending to be tough, not only that, but standing still completely blank and silent. Did I read that dialogue wrong? That being said, these two pretend to be tough, not only that, but standing still, completely blank and silent. Oh, yeah. But anyway, ignoring what happened before, having someone chase you with their mouth full of lime in such a way they can't even speak. Yeah, that would be scary even for Sadako.
ケイチさん、助けて。
Kiji-san, help me! I don't think so. Our underclassmen crashed around the classroom in furious combat, getting white lime everywhere. Hey, Sadako? Why couldn't you see this coming exactly? At the time, I hadn't seen something coming too, though. The teacher coming to me afterward and giving us all a stern talking to. Ah, mischief. Now we can move on to the real shit.
Oh, そうなんだ。
Oh, really?
ケイちゃんの親、帰ってきたんだね。
Parents came home, huh?
栄養剤臭がプンプンして目は充血してて、
They smelled like energy drinks and their eyes were all bloodshot.
どうも丸二晩徹夜で相当の修羅場だったらしい。
They say they had a crazy amount of stuff to do and were up 2 whole nights in a row.
大人は大変だ。
Adults have it tough.
ケイチ君のお父さんって画家さんだったかな。
Your dad is an artist, right?
画家さんも大変なんだね。
They really do have it rough.
そういえばそうでしたわね。
Come to think of it, he was, wasn't he?
一度どんな絵を描くか拝見したいものですわ。
I would very much like to see what kind of things he draws sometime. An artist, huh? I'd seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings on display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. Just what did Dad do exactly? He didn't let anyone into his workshop after all. I wanted to sneak a peek one day.
結局家を開けたのは
I swear I just saw a sprite do a weird thing. So the house was empty for 2 days after all that.
短い攻略期間だったね。
That didn't leave much time.
で、
So,
ケイちゃんは異中のキャラを攻略できたのかな。
Kei-chan, did you manage to go after the character who was in your heart?
両親不在はギャルゲー主人公の基本だしね。
The absence of parents is a must-have for Eroge protagonists.
好感度をいっぱい稼いでちゃんとフラグが立ちましたですよ。
He built up a lot of relationship points and raised all the right flags. What are you talking about? I have no idea what any of you are talking about. That's what I'm saying.
じゃあこれでケイチ君ももう自炊しなくてもよくなっちゃったんだね。
That means you don't need to cook for yourself anymore, Keiichi-kun.
ゆうべは何を作ったのかな。
What did you make last night? In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself.
ゆうべは野菜炒めを。
Last night's dinner, well, it was vegetable stir fry.
おお、
Wow!
ケイちゃんも少しは料理らしいものを作れるようになったじゃない。
Kei-chan, you can make a little bit of real cooking now, huh?
野菜炒めを作ったんだね。
You made vegetable stir fry?
美味しくできたかな。
Did it come out good? Did it?
レナさん、暑苦しいですわよ。
Rena-san, you're being unpleasant. Damn.
なんで私にベタベタくっつきますの。
Why are you clinging to me?
美味しいご飯に仲良くお皿を洗いっこなのです。
A delicious meal and friendly dishwashing together.
いいのいいの。
How nice, how nice.
えい、
Hey,
暑苦しいと言ってますのよ。
you said you're being unpleasant.
何の話？
Huh? What are you talking about? Mion, utterly confused, asked me for clarification, but I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes.
そうそう。
Right, right.
みんなさ、今日の午後に予定はあるかい？
Does anyone have plans for this afternoon?
ないよね。あるわけないよね。
You don't, do you? Do you? Today was Saturday. Beautiful day on which we're liberated from the confines of school in the afternoon. Actually, the school in Hinamizawa had slightly different Saturdays than those in the city. There were a lot of students here who brought a bento, ate it at lunch, and then went to play in the school or around the schoolyard. You could say that the entire school turned into a children's playground. There were mountains behind the school, and if you went down that way, you'd find mountain streams. You could avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted to. You could also play hide and seek in the construction pipes. Of course, you're free to go home as well. There were some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended to stores. If Mion was bringing up the afternoon like this, it must have been for some crazy big club event. However, sadly, I had something I need to do before taking part in whatever it was.
お仕事ですか？
You have work?
ついてないのです。
That's unlucky.
何の仕事でございましょうね。
I wonder what kind of work it is.
お父さんの画家の仕事のお手伝いとか。
Maybe helping his father with his artwork job.
お父さんの絵のモデルになるとか？
Being a model for his father's art?
モデル？
A model?
ヌード？
A nude one? No! Stop it. I looked into Rena's eyes and saw myself completely naked in a questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth.
ないない。
Oh no!
それだけは100万積まれても絶対にない。
I wouldn't do that for $1,000,000 yen. To get rid of Rena's delusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side. Stop!
とまあ、
Sorry.
愉快な妄想は置いといてだ。
Leaving your fanciful delusions aside,
とにかく俺にはちょっとお昼に仕事がある。
I have something to do real quick during lunch.
それが終わってからの合流でいいなら OK だぞ。
I'm okay to meet up with you after I'm done, though.
お昼に仕事？
Work during lunch?
おー。
I see.
そりゃなんだかかっこよさげじゃない。
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
何何？
What could it be?
ひょっとして各界の VIP との会食？
Are you having a banquet with VIP experts?
ビジネスランチとか？
Like a business lunch?
実に悲しいことだが、正解だ。
This is truly sad, but you're right. What? Everyone shouts wildly, surprised. Itchy, you're full of shit. You don't know any VIPs. Mental illness. Whoa. We saw so many screens. It was true. Today I'd be on the job with my family. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party. He called people from work for a party the day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed at their vitality. Adults have it pretty rough. Of course, it'd be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It'd be really tiring to have to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. But they were my dad's important business connections, so offending them would be bad. With all that said, it was going to get very uncomfortable for me today, starting at lunch.
これはこれは
Well, well,
利発そうなお子さんで
what an intelligent child.
具足の圭一です。
This is my son, Keiichi.
圭一、こちらは出版社の本田さんだ。
Keiichi, this is Honda-san. He's a publisher.
そしてこちらは印刷会社の井上さん。
And this person here is Inoue-san. He works as a printer.
ご挨拶しなさい。
Say your hellos.
どうもこんにちは。
Hello.
息子の圭一です。
My name's Keiichi.
父がいつもお世話になっております。
I appreciate all you've done for my father.
圭一君もお父さんのように絵は描かれるのですか？
Keiichi-kun, do you draw pictures like your father does?
圭一君の絵もぜひ拝見したいな。
I'd very much like to see them. My dad had such a brazen occupation, that of an artist. Although, I don't really know what kinds of things he creates. I don't really care, and I don't want to see you anyway. Dad's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. I'm not a kid anymore, so I wouldn't care at all if there were pictures of naked ladies or anything.
圭一君もお父さんに指示してしっかり勉強すればきっとお父さんのような素晴らしい作家になれますからね。
If you study under your father as an apprentice, you'll be able to become a great artist like him too.
ここだけの話ですけど、
Excuse me, this is just between you and me, but
親父ってそんなにすごい画家なんですか？
my dad, is he really that great of an artist? I readied myself and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for a son to be asking this, but when I did, he gave me this really strange grin and tightly clamped down onto my shoulders.
ええ、
Yes!
それはもう 本当に素晴らしい作家さんなんですよ。
He is truly, truly a fantastic artist.
そうですか。
Is that so?
それは良かったです。
I'm glad to hear it.
購入制限はないし、
There are no purchase
ファン
restrictions.
サービスはするし、
He does fan service,
ファンレターには必ずお返事をくれるし、
and he always answers the letters he gets. Fan service. My dad is weird. I think part of what makes Higurashi work is how genuine the slice of life is. I genuinely can't imagine scenes we both have and haven't seen happening in the moments.
世間のニーズもちゃんと
Trust me, Keiichi, you never want to see his art. I don't think I want to see. He has an inquisitive mind, always on the prowl for what the world needs.
靴下は脱がしたら絶対に NG。
Taking off your socks? Absolutely not.
それはメガネや制服だって同じなんですよ。
And that goes for glasses and school uniforms too.
そこを前原先生はよく理解している。
My Bara sensei understands these things perfectly.
イベントは参加ごとに必ず壁で大行列だし、
Every event sees him along the wall with a huge lineup.
すみません。
I'm sorry, but
絵ってのは壁に飾るものじゃないんですか？
his pictures, they're not ones you hang on the wall?
そんなことはない。
Not at all.
それは誰もが島中から始めるんです。
In the beginning, everyone starts in the islands,
そして島角、
and then to their corners,
大通りの島角と階段を登って、
finally climbing up to the corners of the larger paths.
そして至る頂点が壁なんです。
Final destination is the famous wall.
あなたも
You too.
ぜひ前原先生と合体で出展できるような大作家になってくださいね。
Please, become a great artist who can display his works in unison with my Bara sensei.
応援していますよ。
I'll cheer you on. It's fine to have a lot of passion for the things you like, but I didn't get it, but it seemed the world of art ran pretty deep. It was probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. I decided to leave it at that. Then I realized my mom was calling me from the other side of the room.
ケイチ
Keiichi,
電話よ
it's the phone.
お友達から
It's a friend of yours. A lucky break. Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. I scampered over to the front door and snatched up the receiver my mom had left there.
もしもし、
Hello?
俺。
It's me.
もしもし俺
Hello, me.
なんて挨拶はございませんですわよケイチさん
That's not how you answer the phone, Keiichi-san.
もう少し言葉遣いをお勉強なさいませ
I implore you, learn how to choose your words more properly. I was of the opinion that the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of talking.
なんだ、サトコじゃねえか。
Oh, it's Sadako.
お前が俺のところに電話してくるなんて珍しいな。
It's unusual for you to call my house.
のんきなことを言ってる場合ではありませんのよ
This isn't the time for pleasantries.
それよりもケイチさんあなたいつになったらこっちに来れますの
Keiichi-san, when are you going to be able to come?
悪い。
Sorry.
こっちもなんだか長引いちゃってさ。
It looks like this is going a bit long.
なかなか解放してもらえないんだよ。
Can't get them to let me go.
俺も早く部活に加わりたいんだけどさ。
I wanted to go do things with the club now, but
違いますですわよケイチさん
that's not it, Keiichi-san.
今日は部活ではありませんわ
It wasn't about the club today.
実践ですのよ
It's a real battle. Sadako's voice was different from normal. I could feel the urgency in it drifting through the phone.
実践？
A real battle?
なんだか穏やかな話じゃないな。
That doesn't sound good.
どういう状況なんだ？
What's the situation?
詳しくは会ってからの説明にいたしますわ
I'll explain the particulars when we meet.
とにかく絶対的な危機なんですの
Anyway, this is a terrible crisis.
このままでは負けてしまうでございますわ
At this rate, we're going to lose. What on earth was going on? Could it have been a fight? I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamizawa was an absolutely terrible idea.
おう、
Right.
わかった。
Got it.
すぐに火星に行くぜ。
I'll come and reinforce you right away. The club in DBZ or something? I guess.
場所は
Do
ど
we
こ？
gotta go fight Goku? Vegeta? Where are you at?
沖宮小学校のグラウンドですわ
We're on the Okinomiya Elementary School campus. Did they go to the elementary school to beat up some kids?
駅まで来れば わかりましたすわよ。
There are signs at the station, so you should be able to figure it out.
とにかく大急ぎですの。
Anyway, we're in a huge hurry. School campus. The situation could have a lot of people involved. Could it have turned into an all-out brawl? Who was the enemy here anyway? Oh, I'm on fire!
わかった。
Got it!
すぐ行く。
I'll be there soon.
武器も持って行った方がいいか。
Should I bring a weapon with me?
金属バットでも持っていくか。
Like a metal baseball bat or something?
金属バットをお持ちですの？
You have a metal bat?
それは心強いですわよ。
That'd be fantastic.
お待ち申し上げておりますですわ。
We'll wait for you here. The call cut off abruptly. I needed to hurry.
お、ケイイチ、
Oh, Keiichi.
探したんだぞ。
I was looking for you.
こちらの出口さんがな、ぜひ次のコピー紙で。
The Gucci-san here was hoping that for his next doujinshi.
そんなことより
Now's not the time.
バットないかな。
Don't we have a bat?
金属バット
A metal bat?
なければ長物なら何でもいいや。
If not, then anything long will do.
長ければ何でもいいなら、父さんのゴルフクラブが物置にあるぞ。
If anything long will do, then my golf clubs are in the storage room. Didn't have the same kind of impact, but a golf club was a splendid weapon too. It was lighter than a baseball bat, and maybe easier for me to use.
サンキュー。
Thanks.
それ借りるよ。
I'm borrowing one.
俺ちょっと友達のところに行かなきゃならない用事ができちゃったんだ。
I really need to go see my friends for something. It's urgent.
ごめん。
Sorry.
ケイイチ、
But Keiichi?
待ちなさい。
Wait a minute. Sorry, Dad. I have to go beat up some elementary schoolers. I grabbed a golf club, jumped on my bike, and headed straight for town. Wait for me, Sadako. I'll be right there. Just hold out until then. I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary was exactly. But Sadako's phone call seemed to demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her about how to get there. If I went to the station, there'd be signs. At least, I feel like that's what she said. Then I heard the jingling of a bicycle bell from behind me. What up,
こんに
kid?
ちはなのですよ。
Hello there.
おう、
Hey,
リカちゃんか。
Rika-chan.
ケイイチ、早かったです。いっ
Keiichi, you came quickly.
ぱいいっぱい急いだですね。
You put the pedal to the metal. Damn. This isn't the time to be out of breath. I need to hurry.
すまん。
Sorry.
沖宮小学校ってのはどこだ？
Where's Okinomiya Elementary?
ご案内しますです。
I'll show you the way.
ついてくるですよ。
Come along with me. Rika-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her.
急に里子に呼び出されたんだが、一体どういうことになってるんだ？
Sadako suddenly called me out here, but what on earth is going on anyway?
はじめはこちらが優勢だったのです。
At first, we had the advantage.
ところが、途中から向こうが助っ人を入れてきたのです。
However, they called in a helper.
ズルなのです。
It's bad manners. A helper? Cowards. Calling for reinforcements the minute they realized they'd lose. Isn't that what we're doing?
みんなバッタバッタと打ち取られましたのです。
We're taking everyone out one by one.
歯が立たないのですよ。
We can't put a dent in them. Gulp. Sounds like they were pretty strong.
とにかく詳しい話は後だ。
Anyway, I'll ask about it later.
時間がないんだろ
We don't have time, right?
う。急いでくれ。
Please hurry.
お任せなのです。
Leave it to me. With Rika-chan leading the way, we headed straight for the elementary school grounds. I asked Rika-chan something during that time. It seemed that all of the club members besides me were part of this fight. Damn, so what Mio was trying to tell everyone, was that this would happen? If I had known that, I would have just ditched my family job. It was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had a one-sided advantage at the start, but our angry foes had brought in a powerful ally. Did the kids call for Goku? I guess! I gotta go beat Goku with a golf club. Club members put up a resistance and went against them one by one, but apparently they couldn't stand up to them.
部活メンバー総がかりで勝てない？
The combined efforts of the whole club couldn't win?
一体そりゃどんな化け物なんだ？
Just what kind of monster is this guy?
すごいのです。
He's amazing.
敵は正統派なのですよ。
Its enemy is orthodox. Orthodox. So they weren't using thuggish brawling tactics, but had actually studied karate or something? Is that what she meant?
もう圭一だけが頼みの綱なのですよ。
Keiichi's our last ray of hope now. Okinomiya Elementary came into view. I can hear many voices raising hell over there.
ミオン
Mion!
レナ
Rena!
サトコ
Sadako!
今行くからな
I'll be there soon!
俺がまとめてぶっ潰してやるぜ
I'll crush them all at once! It's gonna be a 5-year-old. Why are we having a fight at the elementary school anyway? There were a lot of bicycles left out in front of the school. I left mine there next to them in the same way. I could tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. Were the two armies in the midst of a huge no-holds-barred brawl? I took my golf club in hand. Whoosh, I swung it. I felt the sensation of it sticking firmly to my palm. Great. Feedback wasn't bad. Might go all out with this thing. I dashed at a breakneck speed to the school gates, swinging it around.
ついてこいリカちゃん
Come with me, Rika-chan.
男前原圭一のバンプ不当な大活躍を見せてやるぜ
I'll show you what the mighty manly warrior Keiichi Maibara can really do.
わあ、
Wow.
圭一がとても頼もしいのです。
Keiichi, you're so reliable.
ゴルフクラブで大暴れなのです。
You're going to rampage with a golf club. Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. I couldn't speak. The manly Keiichi Maibara put it behind him and headed for the place where he may die.
でも圭一、
But Keiichi,
どうして今日はゴルフクラブなのですか？
why did you bring a golf club today?
仕方ないだろ
I had no choice.
俺も最初はバットの方がいいと思ったんだがうちでバットなくってさ
At first, I figured a baseball bat would have been good, but we don't have one in my house.
素手よりははるかにマシだと思ってせめてゴルフクラブを持ってきたんだ
A golf club is far better than going barehanded, so I brought one.
偉いのですよ。
How very excellent.
圭一をなでなでしてあげますです。
I will give you a pat on the head.
ゴルフクラブで大暴れが楽しみなのですよ。
Can't wait to see your golf club rampage. Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me on the head.
おい
Hey,
ふざけてる場合かよ
it's no time for jokes. Huh? Crack. Just then, an extremely loud metallic sound rang out, and I heard many people cheering.
レフト
Left!
あー抜けた
Ah, we missed!
回れ
Run!
二塁いけるぞ二塁
Oh, it's baseball. Run! You can get to second base! Go!
センタ
Center!
ー落ち着いて
Calm down!
三塁へ送って
Send it to third! The center fielder caught the ball, and after a brief pause, sent it flying to third base. If he had pitched it wildly, it might get there. He gave up on second and threw it to third with time to spare. The instructions from the bench, they were solid. Wait, what?
圭一くん来てくれたよ。
We're playing baseball. We're playing baseball. Oh, Keiichi-kun's here.
さとこちゃん、圭一くん来てくれたよ。
Sadako-chan, Sadako-chan, Keiichi-kun's here.
遅すぎですわ。
You're late, late, late.
油を売るのはガソリンスタンドだけで十分でございますのよ。
Loafing around is only okay when you do it at the bread shop.
その前原君って子は
Who are
本当に助っ
you?
人になれるんですか？
Who is this guy? Who the fuck are you? Get out of my face. Eerie? Who are you? I don't know you. What chapter are you playing? 3. This is my Barakun kid. Will he really be able to save us?
相手はあの強豪校のエース左腕の亀田君ですよ。
We're up against that elite school's ace, left arm Kameda-kun.
甲子園クラスの投手を打ち崩せるなんて一体どんな助っ人なんです？
Be able to beat a Koshin class pitcher. He must be a god.
大丈夫です。
It's okay.
圭一くんならきっと逆転させてくれますよ。
I'm sure that Keiichi-kun can turn the tables.
本当に頼もしい人
He's a really dependable person. Murmur. What? He's the pinch hitter we brought in to take out left arm Kamada with his bullet fastball? The one who had one no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualifiers. The undefeated demon pitcher of Oshima. I was dreading him showing up. I just finished the 2020 anime. Do you recommend watching the 2006 one? IDK. I haven't seen it. This is my first exposure. I've not watched the animes because I'm doing the visual novel. I might watch them afterwards. Just for the hell of it. The super high school level pitcher that had already been marked by professional scouts. Is gonna win against him? Super high school level? Danganronpa? They got Leon here? Oh my god, they got Leon. Leon Kuwata's here. Oh my god. Some greenhorn pitcher like that is no match for Keiichi-san. I have a golf club. He'll send his throws all the way to the back screen for an easy victory. Murmur, murmur. There's a slugger like that in this prefecture? I had no idea. He must have gone under the radar. Hey! The scout stood up! Hey! Take a picture! His full name is Keiichi Mabara. Look him up in the database and send his history to our office. What's going on? What's going on? Which one is Keiichi Maibara? Pictures, pictures! A whole lot of sports journalists, led by Sadako, grip their cameras tightly and search for the rumored Keiichi Maibara. What is happening? As for me, I was so dazed at what was happening that I was frozen in place with my golf club up in the air. Keiichi-san, Keiichi-san, over here! Huh? The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, just like I had. They turned to stone. In the hands of their gallant pinch hitter, Keiichi Maibara was a golf club. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this. And at this point, neither did I. A cold, greasy sweat dripped from me. First one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Rena. Keiichi-kun.
Oh.
Yeah? May we ask you a question? Please. Please don't. Psychic waves of my entreaty flowed out of my face along with my sweat. It somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted, as Moses once parted the sea. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly. You were playing baseball, then tell me that from the start! What? Did I not say that? I mean, I told you to come to the camps with a baseball bat. What else could you thought it was? And what manner of thinking caused you to mistakenly bring a golf club here instead? I think... Keiichi-kun must have done it on purpose to lighten our moods and get us pumped, I think. Rena smiled bitterly and covered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. I'm begging you.
ケイイチはゴルフが大好きなのですよ。
Keiichi loves golf.
なでなで。
Pet pet. Rika-chan started petting my head, with a broad grin on her face all the while. I'm gonna beat these children up. I pushed her hand away, grabbed her from behind by her suspenders, and picked her up like a kitten. Meep.
リカちゃん
Rika-chan!
なんでさっき駅で会った時野球だって教えてくれなかったんだよ。
Why didn't you tell me it was a baseball game when we met at the station?
そうすりゃ赤っ端を書かずに済んだのに。
Wouldn't have had to suffer such a disgrace.
ニッパ
You can't just hit the Nipa! I need an answer! Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent. Ugh, she's glowing. When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, I couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing coming.
というわけでこれはお仕置きだ。
Anyway, this is your punishment.
レナ
Rena.
ー。み
Rika-chan's still plucked up in my hand. Rika-chan still plucked up in my hand. I offered her to Rena. That's right. The kitten and fight Rika-chan sent Rena's voltage into overcharge.
はあ、もらったもらった。
Steal this child! I'll take her, I'll take her.
レナがもらったんだよ。
Rena will take her.
はあ、かわいいよ。
So cute. Hop. Spinny spinny. Rena stuck out her tongue like a chameleon and preyed upon Rika-chan while spinning her around. Oh.
じゃんかい。
We'd never seen Rika pull a face like that. I will need that CG for the thumbnail, thank you. Rika-chan's so cute.
リカちゃんかい。
Rika-chan's so cute.
はあ。み、
This game will do shit like this and then have it like a couple hours later be like, yeah, we pried their fingernails off and stabbed them 3 million times. Rena held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks were rubbed together tightly. Rika-chan's face, it looked like it was being crushed by Rena's.
何があったかは存じませんけど、リカが自業自得のようですわね。
I do not know what has happened, but it looks like Rika has gotten her just desserts.
ああ
Yeah.
俺も最近ようやくリカちゃんがただ可愛いだけじゃないと悟ったぞ。
I recently found out that Rika-chan isn't only cute.
はあ、ケイチ君に許可をもらったんだ
Did I
よ。
read that right? Isn't only cute. I got Kiji-kun's permission.
お持ち帰り。
I'm gonna take you home. Kidnapping. She's hitting the meep a lot. For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout.
ところでサトコ
By the way, Sadako,
緊急の呼び出しってのは野球ってことなのか？
that urgent call was for a baseball game?
ええ、そうですわ。
Yes, that's correct.
ご家族でホームパーティーだったんですって。
You said you had a house party with your family?
悪いことをしましたわね。
I suppose I was wrong to ask, but
でもこういう時は家族よりも仲間の危機の方が最優先と決まっていますのよ。
at times of trouble like these, you obviously must prioritize friends over family. I felt like that's what I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, it was just a business party for my dad, I guess. I honestly felt glad to be called out here.
それ
Yeah,
で
no,
そ
that
の
fucking
危機的
party
状況という
sucked.
のはどんな具合なんだ？
So what's the crisis situation like?
ってことは負けてるのがうちのチームってことか。
6-7, which means our team is losing, huh?
ん
Hmm?
9回の裏でツーアウト？
2 outs in the bottom of the 9th? I don't know baseball, these are all going over my head.
なんだなんだ？
What the heck?
この試合もうほとんど終わりかけてるじゃないかよ。
This game is almost about to end.
ケイイチさんがもっと早く来ればもう少し余裕がありましたのよ。
We would have had a little more time if you'd gotten here sooner.
ここまで引き伸ばすのにどれだけ苦労したとお思いですの？
Do you have any idea how difficult it was for us to hold out for this long?
わかったよわかったよ悪かったよ。んで 俺の仕事はなんだ？ピンチヒッターでもやるのか？
Alright, alright, I'm sorry. Okay, so what am I doing? Am I gonna be the pinch hitter?
ならば任せろ。
Just leave it to me.
こう見えても俺、引っ越す前は結構バッティングセンターに通ってたんだぞ。
I may not look like it, but I went to the batting cages a lot before I moved here.
親父が憂さ晴らしに行くとき、よく付き合わされてさ。
My dad went there for fun, and I used to go with him pretty often.
ミートバッティングだったらそこそこの自信が。
I'm pretty confident about just hitting the bat with the ball, but... What the fuck? A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I'd never heard before. The catcher's mitt trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me the tremendous sound had come from the ball.
ちょっと待ておい。
Hey, now wait a second.
今の凄まじい剛速球は一体なんだ？
What's up with that crazy fastball anyway?
驚いた？
Surprised?
うん。
Yeah.
あれ、本物の甲子園ピッチャーなんだよ。
That's a bona fide Cushion level pitcher.
スポーツ新聞でも有名な高校野球のエース。左腕の亀田君って知らない？
Don't you know about Left Arm Kamada-kun, the high school ace famous in sports magazines?
悪いけど知らん。
Sorry, can't say I do.
で、ミオン。
Wait, Mion?
お前、なんだよその格好は。
What happened to you? Mion showed up, and to my surprise, she was wrapped up in bandages. Whatever you say. Just what on earth happened?
途中から来た圭一君には最初から説明がいるよね。
Well, you came late, so I guess we need to explain from the beginning. I bet you are good with a bat. Okay. I do find it interesting that Keiichi insisted, like, yeah, we got a bat somewhere, and then he couldn't find it. Does he not? I can't remember if he actually had a bat or not. He didn't, right? He got, I mean, it was never established before. Maybe he had his own bat, but, like, it was never established in previous chapters he had his own bat, right? Like, when he got the bat, that was, oh god, I can't remember his name now, but fucking Sadako's disappeared brother. Right? Like, he didn't have his own, unless I just don't remember. It's been a while. Because what, we streamed, I mean, we last streamed this 5 months ago, and that was after, like, another 5-minute, 5-month break. So, it's been a good while, nearly a year since I've played this game consistently. You got the bat from Satoshi's locker. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I remembered that correctly, that, like, he got a bat from there. So, like, I mean, maybe he did have his own in the house, but he didn't have his own bat before, I think. At least it's not established he had his own. He used Satoshi's. So I just assumed he didn't have his own bat. But that dialogue there is interesting, because he's... Sadako's dialogue, she said, like, what? I asked you to bring a bat. But the bat came up because I think Sadako was like, we're getting killed out here, or whatever, and, like, Keiichi was like, oh, I think I have a bat somewhere. And then she was like, oh, great, bring that. She's not the one who brought up the bat first. So, Keiichi says he has a bat, but that's not something that was established before in the previous chapters. And he couldn't find it, so, like, is that just not true, and he thinks he owns a bat? If that's the case, I find that very interesting. So, maybe I'm reading into it too much, but I find that very interesting. Anyway, let's hear Rena's explanation.
お、なんだ？リカちゃんはもういいのか？
Oh, Done with Rika-chan? Yep.
可愛いのいっぱい楽しんだよ。
I had a lot of fun, and she's so cute.
ほよほよでやわやわでふにふに。
She's so soft and fluffy and squishy.
ほっぺだけでご飯3杯はいける。
I could eat just her cheeks 3 meals a day. Okay, calm down.
もうお嫁に行けないのです。
I can't get married anymore. I wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you'd eat them 3 times a day. Keiichi, you're being fucking weird too. Rika has like some fucking... I mean, I was gonna say she has some aura. She does have aura, but that's not what I meant. She has some fucking weird, like... her presence flips a switch in people's brains. Like she's a goddamn kitten. People they cannot help themselves. They find her so adorable. It almost flipped my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to it using logic. I was an adult.
じゃあ説明を頼む。
Okay, explain away.
何をどう間違えたらこんな草野球対決に甲子園ピッチャーのリリーフが登場するんだ。
How did things get screwed up enough that a Koshin relief pitcher ended up in a baseball game for fun? Everyone exchanged glances. Then Rena spoke for all of them.
うん。
Mm-hmm.
最初はね、
At first, well,
普通の野球対決だったの。
it was just a normal baseball game.
ひなみざわファイターズと沖宮タイタンズはささやかながらも因縁の対決でさ。
It's nothing much, just a little grudge match between the Hinamizawa fighters and the Okanomiya Titans.
今回もささやかに大盛り上がりしてたわけ。
We were just having a grand old time. Really nothing much.
まあ、平たく言えば学校対決ですわね。
Well, in simpler terms, it was an intramural match.
ひなみざわと沖宮の学校の因縁試合なんですの。
A match to settle the grudge between Hinamizawa and Okinomiya.
因縁って言っても、まあ、和気あいあいとしたものなんだけどね。
We say grudge, but it's all pretty peaceful and friendly. She did have cat ears in the CG. Oh, I'm aware. They draw her with cat ears sometimes.
で、それになんでうちの部活メンバーが参加してるんだ。
So, why is our whole club a part of it?
ユニフォームを着てるやつもいれば私服のやつもいるし、
Some of you are wearing uniforms and some aren't.
そもそも俺たちって野球部ってわけじゃないだろ。
Last I checked, we weren't the school baseball team.
つまり、割といい加減なの。
That is, well, it was pretty irresponsible.
今日たまたまチームに欠員が出たって言うんでさ。
They happen to have some players who couldn't make it today.
それじゃあせっかくだからって言って急遽私たちが乱入することになったってわけよ。
They were pretty down in the dumps, so we ended up getting involved post-haste. I see. So if there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether boy or girl or no matter what grade they were in. That jumbled together feeling was the hallmark of our school.
リカちゃんに聞いた話だと、最初のうちは押しまくってたらしいじゃないか。
Rika-chan told me we were crushing them at the beginning.
ミーはすごいバッターなのですよ。
Me is an amazing batter.
右へ左へホームランなのです。
She was hitting home runs left and right. Mion proudly stuck out her chest. Doing so seemed to hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically.
ええ、
Yes,
ミオンさんが登場するたびに走者一掃の大ホームランが飛び出すんですの。
every time Mion-san went up to bat, she hit a home run and brought everyone on the bases in.
サトコと違ってちゃんとバットにボールが当たるのですよ。
Unlike Sadako, she can actually hit the ball. Now that's just uncalled for. Why do you got to go after my little sister like that?
いいか。
Rika!
み
No, you don't just get to hit the meep. Say you're sorry.
まあなんとなく話は分かった。
Alright, I think I got the gist of it.
あの甲子園ピッチャーが登場するまでは楽勝ムードだったというわけだ。
So you're having a pretty easy time until the Koshin pitcher showed up.
そういうこと。
That's right.
序盤は完全にうちのチームの流れでね。
It was all us at the beginning.
点にはならないまでもガンガン出塁して攻めまくってたんだけどね。
Maybe we didn't get all that many points, but we were always getting people on the bases.
たまたまね、今日の試合にあの亀田くんが見物に来てたの。
And Kamada-kun just happened to show up to watch the game today. Apparently, Kamada attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently sends people to Koshien. And this man, known as the ace of their baseball team, Kamada, seemed to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it was certainly strange to see cameramen with journalist armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this.
亀田は小さい頃沖宮タイタンズにいたことがあるのだそうです。
Rika ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Okay. I heard that when Kamada was little, he was on the Okanomiya Titans.
話は見えてきたでしょ。
Figured it out, right?
昔のチームが劣勢になって、つまりそれで飛び入りでリリーフ登板することになって。
His old team was losing, so that's why he jumped in as relief pitcher and took the mound.
もうバッタバッタよ。
Now it's just terrible.
出塁は愚か。ファールも打てないありさまなわけ。
We can't even hit any foul balls, much less get anyone on base.
でも、
But still,
甲子園ピッチャーの乱入なんて草野球の試合でずるいですわよ。
a Koshian pitcher barging in. It's unfair. We were just playing for fun. All the boys wearing the Hinamizawa Fighters uniform were hanging their heads in disappointment. I knew almost all of their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. The only school in Hinamizawa, after all.
富田君に岡村君じゃないか。
Oh, it's Tomota-kun and Okamura-kun.
君たちも野
Oh,
球チー
my
ムだったのか。
boys. You were on the baseball team too?
前原さん。
Oh, he's crying. My Bara-san. His uniform was brand new, and not very dirty. Fresh off the presses. I could see handmade banners with their names written on them in the grandstands. Oh! I see. Their families came to root for them in their debut game today. We gotta kick this random kid who shows up ass. We gotta kick his ass. He's ruining my boys' first game. They're like 4 years old. They're not that young. But still.
岡村のバットは今日のためにお父さんがプレゼントしてくれたそうなのですよ。
Okamura said he just got his bat today as a present from his dad. Oh no! We have to help these children. The brand new bat sparkled. With that kind of present, a man just has to perform well.
いっぱい今日のために素振りとかしてきましたのよ。
He practiced swinging a whole lot just for today.
富田さんなんかやりすぎて手の皮がむけちゃってほら気の毒に。
Tomota-san, well, he went too far and he tore the skin off his hand, see, unfortunately. His torn hand looked like it hurt, but from that injury you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You wanted to make your big moment a good one. Savior of the Okonomiya Titans. We could hear the sounds of this Kamada-kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids. But at his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grass-locked game, grudge match though it may have been. He should have understood how much better he was too.
あいつ、
This guy.
こいつら相手にも本気で投げやがったのか。
Is he being serious against opponents like these?
うん。
Yep.
レナはこんなの大人げないと思う。
Rena thinks it's immature. Rena's eyes grew harsh. It took a lot to get Rena mad. As for Tomota-kun and Okamura-kun, they were sniffling, fighting back tears. I have to help my boys! We heard another tremendous noise from the mitt. We turned around, and this left-arm Kamada-kun guy was looking at us and grinning boldly.
というわけよ。
Anyway, that's how it is.
こうなったらやるしかないでしょ。
Now that it's come to this, we have no choice.
実戦態勢で。
We have to engage in real battle.
あ
Yeah,
あ、どうやら本気で行くしかないな。
looks like we have to get serious.
でね、うん、
Yep, and then
本気で言ってみたの。
tried getting serious.
それでみーちゃんが大自爆して。
But then Mi-chan went out with a bang. Mion, embarrassed, scratched her head, then a moment later doubled over in pain.
自爆って一体何をどう自爆したらこんなに大怪我できるんだ？
And out with a bang. But how on earth did she end up getting injured like this?
説明するととてつもなく長いですわね。
It would take a really long time to explain.
一つ言えるのはここまでして戦果なしということぐらいですわね。
The one thing I could say is that she came up empty even though she pushed herself that hard.
ここまで体を張ったのに一点も入れられないなんて。
Ugh. I risked my life and I couldn't even get 1 point.
せっかくの秘策も台無しでかわいそなのです。
Our secret plan did nothing, and now we're very sad. I couldn't even imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her that badly hurt.
でもまあ
Still, though,
失敗したおかげでまだ野球でいられるんだろ。
we're still playing baseball thanks to you failing, right?
うん、
Yep.
ちょっとみーちゃんの奥の手は野球らしくなかったと思うかな。
Maybe Mii-chan's last resort wasn't very baseball-like, I think.
かな。
I think.
こうなっては仕方ないでございましょ
We have no other recourse now, do we?
う。ここは正々堂々野球らしく決着をつけるしかないということですわ。
It means that we need to settle the score front and center in a manner befitting a baseball game.
そうそう、
That's right.
野球らしく蹴りをつけないとね。
We have to settle it like baseball. I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack. But as a member of our club, I wasn't about to accept that so easily.
野球らしくってのが引っかかるぞ。
Like baseball, I don't know.
野球らしく見えれば手段は問わない。
If we look at it like a baseball game,
っ
then
てことだろ。
we can't be picky, can we? I don't know baseball.
うん、私たちの部の信条だしね。
It is our club's creed after all.
そういうことですわね。
That's correct.
手段を選ばないことこそ我が部の美徳でございましたよ。
We can't be picky. That's the virtue of our club. Rena and Sadako laughed to each other delightfully. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about, but the best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up.
でもカメラがずらーりといるからなかなかズルはできないのです。
But the cameras are all watching very closely, so it'll be hard to cheat. Riga-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. She was right. With all those cameramen watching us through the cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough.
そうそう、
That's right.
それがネックだったんだよ。
That's the bottleneck.
これだけの囚人監視があるとなかなか大胆な手が取れないし。
Everyone's eyes are on us. We can't be too bold.
いてててててて。
Ow.
みーちゃんの手は決しておしとやかだとは思わなかったけどな。
I never did think Mii-chan's ways were very ladylike, though. Sadako and Riga-chan both nodded behind Rena.
じゃあここで本題に戻るぞ。
Then let's get down to business.
今我がチームは1点差で負けてるんだよな。
Our team is down 1 run right now.
しかももう9回の裏でアウトも2個取られちゃってるの。
Plus, it's the bottom of the ninth, and we already have 2 outs.
おじさんの作戦がうまくいってれば今頃は満塁のはずなんだけどな。
If this old man's plan had gone better, we'd have our bases loaded right about now.
失敗した作戦を嘆いても始まりませんですのよ。
There's no point lamenting a failed plan.
へこたれず次の手を打ってこそ我が部でございましたよ。
Our club never loses heart, and always goes on to the next one. Sadako said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion, whose secret plan had failed. It may have failed, but Sadako still seemed to have another.
サトコがなかなか威勢がいいじゃないか。
Sadako, you seem pretty cheerful.
ってことは何か奥の手があるってことか。
Which means, you've got something up your sleeve, huh?
ケイチ君、
Keiichi-kun,
この子を誰だと思ってるのかな。
who do you think she is?
さとこちゃんだよ。
It's Sadako-chan, you know.
北条さとこちゃん。
Sadako Hojo-chan. That was right. We called her Trap Master Sadako, didn't we? She would ensnare her opponent at the perfect moment, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we could never ever let our guards down against Sadako.
私が仕込んだとはいえ末恐ろしく成長してくれたもんだよ。
I may have taught her, but she's grown a lot and doesn't seem to want to stop.
僅差を制することに関しては私でも舌を巻く時があるね。
Sometimes even I'm astonished at how she overcomes such slim margins.
ちなみに次の打者がミーで、その次の打者がサトコなのです。
By the way, me bats next, then Sadako. We were losing by 1 point, so if we could get the next runner on a base, then the runner after that could hit a big one and end the match. And that final batter was Sadako?
ね
See,
勝てそうな気がしてきたでしょ。
you feel like we can win now, right?
どういう仕掛けか想像もつかんが、絶対何かの罠だと断言できる。
Can't imagine what she's got set up, but it's gotta be some kind of trap for sure.
俺が敵のピッチャーなら絶対に敬遠だ。
If I were the opposing pitcher, I'd definitely walk her. There was no way Sadako was going to hit a home run, even in my dreams. But if she was going to stand in the batter's box normally without any kind of plan, I can't think of anything else she could do.
そのサトコが俺を呼び出した。
The fact that you called me here,
なるほど。
I see.
読めてきたぜ。
I think I know where this is going. It meant that I was a necessary piece of Sadako's trap.
ワクワクするね。
I'm excited.
サトコちゃんどんなことをするのかな。
I wonder what Sadako will do.
僕もサトコのさよならホームランが楽しみなのです。
I can't wait to see Sadako's walk-off home run either.
そのためにはケイちゃんの働きが欠かせない。
Keichan is indispensable for this.
わかるね。
Understand?
これが逆転の最後のチャンス。
This is our last chance at creating an upset.
絶対に失敗できない。
We absolutely cannot fail.
おう、
Right.
分かってるぜそんなこと。
You think Sadako can hit a home run? No. 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 Right, that much I know for sure.
見てろ。
Just watch.
俺とサトコででっかい大逆転を拝ませてやるぜ。
Sadako and I will give you all the front row seats to the greatest turnaround victory of all time.
ではケイチさん、これから手順を説明しますわ。
Then I'll explain your instructions, Keiichi-san.
ちょっとお耳を拝借しましたよ。
Lend me your ear for a moment. Sadako and I huddled up in a hidden place, and held a briefing that anyone watching could tell was suspicious. Alright, what's the plan,
前
kid?
原さんと北条は何を話してるんだろう。
I wonder what my Bara-san and Hojo are talking about.
委員長みたいにとんでもない奥の手で自爆しないことを祈るよ。
I pray it's not some crazy trick like the one the president used. Our teammates Tomota-kun and Okamura-kun seemed very nervous. Rena gave them a wide smile, trying to dispel their anxiety.
大丈夫だよみんな。
It'll be okay, everyone.
サトコちゃんとケイチくんならきっとやり遂げてくれるから。
Sadako-chan and Keiichi-kun will be able to pull this off for us.
でも龍吾さん、相手は甲子園級のピッチャーなんですよ。
But Ryugu-san, we're up against a Koshin pitcher.
いくら北条が得意の罠にはめようとしても。
I don't know if Sadako's traps will be much good. Oops.
まあみんな黙って見てなって。
Now everyone, be silent and watch.
面白いゲームが見られるからね。
You're gonna get to see an interesting game. Mion, who knew everything about to transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling up within her. She was so terrifying as an enemy, but so reliable as an ally. Mion waved her hands at the umpire.
代打が出ます。
We've got a pinch hitter.
私、園崎美音に代わって前原圭一で。
I, Mion Sonozaki, am switching out with Keiichi Maibara.
本当に彼で大丈夫なんですか？
Are you sure he'll be alright? The umpire turned an uneasy gaze on the pinch hitter who had jumped in with a golf club. You have to believe. I believe that Sadako can do something, but it's going to be some bullshit. She has a scheme.
ケイチくんは甘く見ない方がいいですよ。
This is not going to be a normal, like, home run. She's not just going to swing the bat so good. There's going to be some nonsense. Don't underestimate Keiichi-kun now. Now, I will say, I don't know what a pinch hitter is. Because I don't know baseball. The members of our club were the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. We put in the break there. Sadako's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point, the fact that I had come late, the fact that Sadako was the last batter. It even felt like this had been set up before the game started. This girl is magic. There had been a long timeout since I got here. During that time, the opposing pitcher, Kamada-kun, took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. No, this is Sadako we're talking about, so maybe she gave him a laxative somehow, calculated to get him to use the bathroom at this exact moment. And while he was a long way off, shut up in the bathroom, her plan would begin. The opposing pitcher, Kamada-kun, there he was. In front of the urinal, pleasantly taking care of business. Am I gonna jump him? He thought it was only natural he would win at a grass-lot game like this, and relax enough to relieve himself without a care in the world. Maybe that's how he wanted to appear. However, his relaxed state was itself our chance. Insane scene coming? Oh god. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I too casually walked into the bathroom. There were 3 urinals. Kamada-kun was doing his business at the farthest one. Am I gonna stand right next to him to fuck with him? I went to the one next to him! Is this... I hope this plays out like that Baki scene where like some guy's at the urinal and then like I forget which character it is. I think is it Jack that fucking stands next to him and starts pissing so aggressively that it looks like it's flooding the urinal. I hope that happens. Normally, you would leave one urinal open. Kamada-kun seemed to notice me. I had stood right next to him after all.
なんだ誰かと思えば大ピンチヒッター様じゃないか
What? Look who it is. The big pinch hitter. I don't like your tone, sir. He recalled seeing me swing the golf club around like an idiot, and he couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team. So now, all I had to do was push things along exactly how Sadako planned. I'm the one who should be laughing.
ケイチ君、うまくやれるかな
Plan? Jerk him off. That way he's unfocused. I wonder if Keiichi-kun can do it.
大丈夫でしたよ
He'll be fine.
本気のケイチさんならこんなの朝飯前ですわ
When Keiichi-san is serious, he can do this much before breakfast. Tomoto-kun and Okamura-kun, our underclassmen, asked another question with much trepidation.
本当に前原さんはあのピッチャーを攻略できるんですか
Is Maibara-san really going to be able to beat that pitcher?
あんたたちケイちゃんと同じクラスで生活してて何にも感じないわけ
You don't feel any confidence in Kei-chan after being in the same class with him? No.
彼はねゆくゆくはあの力で世界を制するかもしれない
Someday he could be strong enough to control all of humanity.
ケイちゃんと組めば世界制覇は容易だな
Join Kei-chan and you could easily rule the world. They hype me up when I'm not there, and then they fuck with me when I am there.
世界
The world? Our teammates exchanged glances. Does Mabaru-senpai really have such incredible strength? Just what kind of strength could that be? My question caused Kamada-kun to stare in bewilderment. For a moment, he didn't know what to say.
悪い。
Sorry,
ちょっとよく聞こえなかった。
I don't think I heard you right.
もう一度言ってくれるか？
Could you say that again? I smiled thinly, looked straight ahead, and said it once more, clearly.
もう一度だけ言う。
I'll say it one more time.
俺たちを勝たせろ。
Let us win. Right to the point. No threats or beating around the bush or anything. Kamada's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I'd said, and I could clearly tell he was confused.
バカも休み休み。
What are you, some kind of moron?
俺たちを勝たせろだ。
Let you win?
お前正気か？
You insane?
俺からの要求は伝え
I've relayed our demands.
た。返事はどっちだ？
What's your reply?
イエスかノーか。
Yes or no?
そんなの迷うまでもない。
Goes without saying.
誰がお前らを勝たせるもんか？
Like hell I'll let you win.
お前の頭は少し変じゃないのか？
Is your brain broken? Kamada didn't hide his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who would babble on like this for another second. Those thoughts spilled into his expression, and he quickly moved to leave the bathroom.
亀田君、
Kamada-kun,
君にとって勝利は何だ？
what does victory mean for you?
決まってる。
That's a dumb question.
尊く絶対的で至上目的だ。
Priceless. Absolute supremacy.
それは他の何にも変えられない。
Nothing else can change it. He grinned lightly as he answered as if to make fun of me.
スポーツマンらしい返事だな。
How like a sportsman to say that.
勝利こそ絶対。何にも変えられないってわけだ。
Victory decides all. No one can change that.
そんなのは当たり前だろ。
Of course not.
どんな脅しにも買収にも勝利を放棄させるような対価は存在しない。
No matter what kind of threats or bribes you come to me with, there is nothing valuable enough to make me abandon victory. I was waiting for those words. I, after spinning around 3.5 times, pointed right at Kamada's face.
ならば聞くべきじゃないのか？
And don't you think you should ask?
それほど尊い勝利を放棄させるに値する。
Something worth abandoning your precious victory
ど
for.
んな対価が提供されるのかを。
What kind of compensation you could be given?
何をバカなことを。
What are you saying, stupid?
そんなもの存在するわけがない。
There's nothing that could make me do that. He was denying it, but he stopped. He stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions.
君は雑誌のインタビューに好物は焼肉で嫌いなものは甘いものだと答えたらしいが。
In a magazine interview, you said your favorite foods are grilled meat and that you don't like sweets.
それは嘘じゃないのかい？
But you lied about that, didn't you?
何？
What?
例えば、君が焼肉食い放題に行ったとする。君が皿に持ってくるのは一体何だ？ロースか？カルビか？牛タンの山か？
For example, let's say you went to a grilled meat buffet. What exactly would be on your plate? Pork loin, Korean barbecue, a pile of beef tongue?
違うよな。
That wouldn't be it.
君が持ってくるのは肉じゃない。
You wouldn't bring meat with you.
食い放題のプリンやゼリーやケーキなのだ。
It'd be all the pudding and gelatin and cake you could eat.
女の子が喜びそうな、綺麗で可愛らしくて愛くるしい。
The kinds a girl would love. Pretty, cute, and sweet.
そんな洋菓子が大好きなんだよな。
You love Western treats like that, don't you? Kamada's face turned utterly pale. Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when he went to the grilled meat buffet. We were well aware of his embarrassment at his weakness for sweets despite his age. Kamada-kun couldn't possibly have known that the particular grilled meat buffet chain in Shishibone was owned by a member of the Sonozaki family. I'll have to be careful when I go out to eat with my parents from now on.
違う
No.
俺が好きなのは豪快な骨付きの
I love the hearty bone-in.
違う
No.
お前が好きなのは色とりどりのクリームで優しく可愛らしく盛り付けられたデザートなのだ
What you like is gentle, soft, cute piles of desserts topped with colorful creams.
まるでフリルやリボンで飾り付けられた無垢な汚れを知らぬ少女を連想させるそんな透き通った少女のような可愛いデザートを
It almost makes you think of a girl, adorned in frills and ribbons, pure, ignorant of shame. Cute desserts like those girls, so clear and clean.
ニキビだらけの欲望丸出しのスポーツ狩りが怪我するようにバリバリとむしゃむしゃと
And with your acne-laden face, your sports cut, and your lust in full display, you sully them. Shut up!
そうだ
That's right.
お前はデザートを食べてめでているんじゃない
You eat desserts, but you don't love them.
怪我し
You just dirty them,
蹂躙し
violate them,
しゃぶり尽くしているだ
or
け
chew them.
お前はデザートを怪我して楽しんでいるだけなんだ
All you do is relish in the enjoyment of soiling them.
もうダメだ
Please, no more.
知られてしまった
My secret.
俺の密かな楽しみが知られてしまった
My secret pleasure has been found out.
もう生きていけない
I can't go on living.
死ぬしか死ぬしか
I have to die.
バカ野郎命を粗末にするな
You idiot. Don't end your life so easily. Slam. I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. Kamada-kun fell down like a girl. His eyes started watering and he broke down. Yo.
こんな変なことを考えてデザートを食べているのはきっと世界で俺だけだ
I'm probably the only one in the world who thinks those things while eating desserts.
俺は爽やかなスポーツマンのふりをした隠れスケベなんだ
Nothing but a pervert pretending to be a proper sportsman.
そうだ
That's right.
お前はスケベだ
You're a pervert. This time I didn't hit him. Instead, I clapped my hands down onto his shoulders.
わめくなカメだ
Do not cry, Kamada.
男がスケベで何が悪い
What's wrong with a man being a pervert? Whoa. Whoa. Hey, we're going a different direction than I expected. Huh?
男はすべからくスケベだだがそれを認めるか否かで男の器は天と地の差を持つのだ
A man ought to be a pervert, but admitting it sets a man apart from those below him.
お前は自分に素直だった
You've been honest to yourself.
それを自慢していい
You can brag about that.
威張っていい
You can be arrogant about it.
自分を誇りに思え
You can be proud of yourself. Instead of blaming him, I told him to have pride in himself. Kamada-kun couldn't hide his confusion.
そうだそして俺はお前に感銘を受けたのだデザートはただ単に食後に食べる甘いもの今までずっとそう思ってたそれは間違ってた
Yes, I have been deeply moved by what you've shown me. Desserts are nothing but sweet foods eaten after meals. That's what I thought this whole time. But I was mistaken.
お前がそれを教えてくれたんだ
And you showed me that.
お前に出会ったおかげで俺は
Thanks to you, I can...
明日から同じデザートを一味も二味も違った味わい方ができるようになるだろう
Starting tomorrow, I'll be able to enjoy my desserts in a completely different way.
例えば
For example,
いちごのショートケーキ
strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake. Gulp. Kamada's throat cried out.
いちごのショートケーキの地味さは そうだ。どこか
Angel
古風な
Mort.
鹿鳴館華やかなりし頃の正統派のメイドを思わせる。
The simplicity of strawberry shortcake. Indeed, it's somehow old-fashioned, like the orthodox maids from the gaudy times of the late 1800s.
スカートが短いこびた近代メイドじゃないぞ。
Not those flirty maids with short skirts we have now.
正統派の清掃の本格派。
An orthodox, fully dressed, authentic maid.
いちごしかありません。こんなものしかご用意できませんが、どうかご賞味くださいませ。というつつましやかさがいいよな。
It's just strawberries, but please, master, I could not prepare any more than this, so please give them a taste. That kind of honesty is unbelievably great.
ご賞味くださいませ。燃える。
Please give them a taste. It's such a turn-on. What is he talking about?
萌え
A turn-on?
いちごしかないからこそ、柔らかく主張したクリームのデコレーションはさしずめ、フリルやレース、刺繍飾りのようなものだよな。
Because they're only strawberries, the soft accented cream decoration ends up looking like frills, laces, and embroidery.
それを上品な貴族のご主人様のようにフォークで切り分け、いやいや、それを下劣に油汗を浮かせた悪のご主人様のようにしゃぶりつくところがワイルドなのか。
And she takes it and splits it with her fork for her master, an elegant aristocrat. No, no! It'd be wilder if she took it and sucked on it vulgarly, like her bad master in his greasy sweat.
いや、それより
No, no, more than that.
イチゴを取った後のくぼみの方がいけてるよな。
The dent in the strawberry after plucking it. Isn't that even better?
そこに舌を這わせたら、
You let your tongue crawl over it?
それってどんな味なんだよ。
What kind of taste must that be? Keiichi, you've gotta back down, man.
イチゴを取った後のくぼみ。
The dent after you picked the strawberry.
俺もう辛抱できないや。
I can't hold it in anymore. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa!
帰りはエンジェルモートでショートケーキを開けるまで見つめて。
I'll go to Angel Mort on the way home and just gaze at that shortcake until I'm sated.
俺のためだけに美しく着飾った少女たちを。
The girls dressed up beautifully just for me.
身を寄せ合って震える少女たちを一人ずつ順番に。
I draw ever closer to the trembling maidens, and then, one by one, I show them.
一つ食べるごとに次はどの子にしようかと顎をこうふいと持って品定めをして。
For everyone I eat, I hold my jaw tight just like this, and appraise the goods, wondering who to go for next. Please translate girls as cake, alright? Keiichi-kun seems to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis mine.
寝てるように
As if cherishing each one.
顎をこうクイッと持って
I hold my jaw tight like this and gulp. Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake? No, there's not. There's never been, I say. Such passionate feelings are trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kameda's mind.
カメだ。
Kameda.
もう一度だけ言う。
I'll say it one more time.
俺たちを勝たせろ。
Let us win.
それは
But that would...
ならもういい。
Then fine.
お前には頼まん。
I won't rely on you. I rejected Kameda outright and turned on my heel.
もういいや。この試合は負けだ負け。
Enough. We've lost this game. It's over.
もうこんな試合どうでもいいや。
I don't care about it anymore.
そんなことより試合が終わったらエンジェルモートに行って
Instead, once this game is
フ
over,
リルとリボンで西洋人形のように飾られた美少女たち振り放題で行こうかな。
Instead, once this game is over, why don't I head down to Angel Mort and get all you can eat of those lovely young ladies decorated like Western dolls in frills and ribbons?
今夜は豪華に徹底的に食い散らかしじゃい
Tonight will be the greatest feast I've ever known.
食い放題
All you can eat. Thud. Despite this being the bathroom, Hamada-kun put both his hands on the floor. Ew.
俺が間違ってました
It was wrong.
どうした亀田君
What's wrong, Kamada-kun?
言いたいことがあるならはっきりと言え
If you have something to say, then say it.
こんなあなたみたいな人に出会ったのは初めてです
This is the first time I've met someone like you.
俺は今まで自分はどこか変じゃないかとずっと思って隠れて楽しんできたのに
Until now, I've always thought something was wrong with me, and I had to have fun secretly.
何を躊躇するか矮小が
What are you waiting for, you tiny man?
さっき言ったはずだ認めるか否かが男の分岐路なのだ貴様は胸を張れるべき男さあ手を差し出せ自らの偉大さを示してみろ
I already said, admitting your perversion is what separates the boys from the men. You are a man entitled to pride. Now, reach out your hand and show me how great you really are.
俺と一緒に俺たちの世界を認めるんだ
Come with me and accept that it is our world. Clap. Kamada-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world has ever known. The handshake of the bond of our souls. Ardent and intense, tight and steadfast. For a long time we remained that way. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. That was the moment the man who had passed into legend for eating so much during Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert day that he was banned from the restaurant forevermore was born. He would eventually write in his autobiography that our meeting this day was fate. But none of that had anything to do with this.
じゃあ後でな
Then until later,
とりあえず試合は今話した通りの手はずで頼むぜ
for now, just play the game the way I described it. For just that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom. But then Kamada-kun stopped me.
待ってくれ
Wait,
せめてあんたの名前を聞かせてくれ
at least tell me your name.
俺か
Who, me? I'm Higurashi.
俺の名は前原圭一
My name is Keiichi Maibara.
いや
No. I kinda didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code name.
俺のことは
Just call me
ケイと呼べ
K.
K
K. Wait, was that actually an embarrassing name? You know, the people outside probably heard them screaming and crying there. Yeah, screaming about strawberry shortcake. I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. But from what I heard later, I apparently looked quite gallant coming out like that.
さとこより圭一さんへ
Sadako to Keiichi-san.
守備はどうでございましたの
How did things go?
圭一より里子へ
Keiichi to Sadako.
交渉は成功
Negotiation successful.
エンジェルモードで俺と奴のデザート食い放題で妥結した
We settled on he and I getting all-you-can-eat dessert at Angel Mort.
ミオ問題ないな
Mion, no problem, right?
エンジェルモートにデザート食べ放題で2席ね
Two guests for Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert.
了解
Roger that.
手配しとくよ
I'll set it up.
どういう風に に交渉したのか実に気がかりなのです。
I'm actually quite interested in how you negotiated with him.
きっとデザートの美味しい話で盛り上がったに違いないかな
They had a really fun talk about how delicious dessert is, probably. Probably. Yeah, that's right. That's what happened. That was so... What the fuck's wrong with this Kamada guy? After that, the game started again. I entered the batter's box as a pinch hitter in place of Mion. But all of the pieces were already in place. The straight pitch whipped by me like a buffet, true to its name. The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters. Sharp pitch as always. He's really going places this summer, isn't he? That golf club pinch hitter is standing straight up too. But doesn't Kamada-kun look a little strange? It's like he's got a cold sweat. I patted my shoulders with my bat and sneered at him in a relaxed voice.
どうした亀田君
What's wrong, Kamada-kun?
今日は不調かな
Not feeling well today? He gets a Sprite! We get to see him? His head's really long. He does not look how I thought he would look. Not at all. Huh. He's got a long ass head. Look at that fucking forehead.
この程度の球じゃ笑っちゃってバットを振る気にもならないぜ
I couldn't swing at the ball because I was too busy laughing at it. Was that all you got?
おのれ
You little actual chud. He is a little chuddy. The next pitch, with the same incredible speed as before, it curved sharply and should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Keiichi didn't move at all. He just watched coolly.
直球投手に小細工は不要だよ亀田君
You don't need any little tricks on a straight pitch, Kamada-kun.
こんなカーブに引っかかってくれるのかい
Do people fall for those curves a lot?
この辺りのバッターは
Batters around here, that is. Both the reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. Was Ushima's Kamada, the pitcher who conquered Koshin, losing the mental battle? The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went a little wild. It was a ball. Snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it.
どうした亀田君
What, Kamada-kun?
そんなにど真ん中が怖いのかい
Scared of going right down the middle?
まさか天下の亀田君がフォアボールなんてことはないだろうな
Everyone calls you the best. You'd never walk the batter.
くそ
Shit. Murmur, murmur, murmur. The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion throughout the reporters.
何者だよあの前原圭一って男は
What is he? Who is this Keiichi Maibara?
あの剛速球を前にしてここまでの余裕とは
How can he be so relaxed when faced with that supreme fastball?
叶わないと見て空威張りをしてるだけさ
He's just bluffing. He knows he can't win.
あんな不真面目そうな男にあの亀田が打たれるはずはない
Kawada would never throw a ball that an insincere guy like that could hit.
いや私ははったりとは思えないな
No, I don't think it's a bluff.
超一流は同じく超一流を見抜くという
They say that at a high level you could see right through others.
あの亀田は紛れもなく超一流
Kamada is, without a doubt, one of the best.
ならばこそあの謎の男の進化を見抜ける
Which must mean you can see through to that mysterious man's true value. A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Keiichi.
まさか本当に？
Huh? Is this... Could it be... The idiot pinch hitter who came in cheering them on with the golf club is actually a genius?
きっと本人はもう野球に魅力を失い、ゴルフへの転向を希望しているのだろう。
I'm sure baseball has long since lost its charm for him, and now he's trying to switch over to golf.
天才スラッガー、ゴルフ界へ移籍か。
A genius slugger making a transfer into the golf world. What a tremendous loss for baseball. Stop the presses. We're changing up our sports columns.
ボール。
Ball.
これでフルカウントだぞ。
Now it's a full count. This excessive production was, of course, all being dramatized by Sadako. The big shots constantly had their eyes on Kamada-kun. If they were to lose easily, they knew the match would have to have been fixed. Perhaps you wanted this little play of ours to create a mood where it wouldn't be strange for Kamada-kun to lose, but...
サトコ、
Sadako,
これどう見てもやりすぎだぞ。
isn't this going too far?
頑張れてございましたよ、ケイチさん。
You're best now, Keiichi-san.
明日の休会は行っただけですわ。
Today, this game. Tomorrow, all of baseball. I don't want any scouts actually coming after me. I'm terrified of what would happen when the jig is up. Wait, I can't be making nervous faces right now.
ボール、
Ball!
フォアボール。
Base on balls!
臆したか、亀田君。
Have you gotten scared, Kamada-kun?
見損なったぞ。
I thought you were better than this. Kamada-kun hung his head in feigned dejection.
ケイさん、これでバッチリ筋書き通りですよね。
Hey, son, I did all this according to plan, right?
ああ、でかしたぞ、亀田君。この調子で次のバッターも頼むぞ。こんな試合、とっとと終わらせて。
Yeah, well done, Kamada-kun. Keep going like this for the next batter. Let's wrap this thing up and then...
早く食べ放題に行きましょうよ。
We'll go get all we can eat. Grin. Kamada-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason, there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like our dear journalist friends took it as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strength. As I trotted over to first base, the camera flashes continued almost to the point where they were annoying. When I got to first base, one of the reporters came over for an interview.
前原君、
My Bara-kun,
この亀田君との決着は甲子園でつけるつもりですか？
do you plan on settling the score with Kamada-kun and Koshien? Things seem like they were about to get too big for me. Maybe I should just be honest and confess that I'm not really into baseball.
甲子園？
Koshien?
俺は日本球界なんて初めから興味ないんだ。
I've never been interested in Japanese baseball.
悪いな。
Sorry. Whoa! This man, right from the start, he was always aiming for the world. He might become Japan's first ever big leaguer. What? Conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. Oh, I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose for the cameras in desperation.
よっしゃ、
Yes!
作戦通りケイちゃんが出塁したね。
Kei-chan got on base just as planned.
次はさとこちゃんの打順だね。
Next, Sadako-chan is at bat.
どうするんだろう。
What will she do?
どうするんだろう。
What will she do?
さあ、
Alright then.
でっかいホームランでサヨナラ勝ちですわよ。
Time to get that walk-off home run and win it all. Sadako stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter, maybe because they had just seen his battle with me. Mabura-kun finally got on base, but now it's all over. I see. So this is why Kamada-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it. He waited for an easier opponent for the final out. To avoid a direct confrontation like that, you cannot make light of him. Akechi Maibara.
さあ
All right.
亀田さんいらっしゃいませ
Come on now, Kamada-san. He looks so old now. The fucking wrinkles on the mouth make him look old.
バカにする
Oh,
な
he's young again. You making fun of me?
俺を誰だと思っているんだ
Who do you think I am, anyway?
ケイさんいや
Keisa, no.
前原さんならともかくお前ごときに遅れなど取るものか
Maibara-san was one thing, but you think I'll lose to the likes of you? Whenever this girl stepped up to bat, she had swung wildly and missed, striking out every time. This might sound rude, but however much Kamada-kun holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run. I could hear the reporters declaring that there was no way a comeback would happen. Wait, what? Sadako. She swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to bat? She swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I could hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. It's only natural. Every single batter has struck out. Even if worst came to worst, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kamada-kun said this.
お前ごときに本気で投げても仕方がないな
I can't take it seriously with someone like you.
チャンスだ
I'll give you a chance.
次の一球は下投げでのんびり投げてやる
I'll throw the next one slow and underhanded.
一発くらいヒットを打ってお母ちゃんに自慢できる種にさせてやる
I'll let you get a hit or two so you can go home and brag to mommy. Sadako about to do the line scene from Chicken Little. Of course, these lines were all part of the plot too. From out of the corner of his eye, Kamada-kun gives me a look. Is that all right?
あ
Yeah,
あいい感じだぞ実にさりげない
you did great. You looked very natural.
演技派よの
Kamada, you are a splendid actor.
いえいえ計算ほどではとてもとてもでへへへへ
No, no, compared to Kei-san, I'm nothing. Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters.
でも計算いくら手を抜いて投げてもこの子本当に打てるんですかね
Kei-san, however slowly I pitch, can this girl really hit it?
いいからお前は決められた通りに投げろ俺にはなんとなく分かってる
Don't worry, and throw the ball like we planned. I think I've got a good idea of how this will turn out. Our exchange over, Kamada-kun moved from set position to a pitching stance. Whoa! I need this! Come then!
手加減の球を投げなさいな
Throw your merciful pitch.
大ホームランにして差し上げますわ
I'll hit a huge home run off of it. She had struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kamada-kun's hand came a slow, lazy pitch as though they were playing catch. Normal people would probably be able to hit it, but for Sadako, who had been striking out the whole time. Just when people started to think that way, the members of her club had already realized that Sadako's trap had begun. It was true. Striking out constantly today had all been laying the groundwork for this moment. An act. All to make it feel like Kamada-kun letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Sadako... Yes! I want this one too! Whoa! She got it! Look at it go!
走る必要もありませんわね
I don't even need to run, do I? The super huge home run Sadako hit disappeared over the roof of the school. The reporters lost their words at the sight. And then, roars of applause. Despite this being what we'd anticipated. I can't help but stare in mute amazement at that gorgeous home run. Sadako strutted over to first base.
ほらほら、何をしてますの、ケイイチさん。
Come on, what are you doing, Keiichi-san?
二塁は向こうでございますのよ。
Second base is that way.
サトコお前野球得意なんだろ。
Sadako, you're really good at baseball. Sadako grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Come to think of it, she played baseball a lot with Tomoto-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact that they always invited her to play, and she was by no means bad at all, or bad at it.
それを全て大振りの凡退だ。
And you purposely struck out all those times?
しかも亀田くんが登場する前からだろ。
Since before Kamado-kun even got here?
たくつくづく最後の最後に何か仕掛けるやつだな。
Geez, you've really got something for every occasion.
いつも言ってましたよ。
I say this all the time, do I not?
罠は一つ。
I only have one trap.
それも最後の最後で本当にさりげないくらいで十分なんでしたよ。
And when everything is about to come to a conclusion, it's enough that I don't even have to worry. Damn it, that sounded kinda cool. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball. When Sadako did it, it looked so cool. We crossed home plate in order, me, then Sadako, and completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings. My Bara-san. That was amazing, totally cool. I never thought it would happen. Tomoto-kun and Okamura-kun praised me.
どうだ見たかよ富田くん岡村くん。
How about that, Tomoto-kun, Okamura-kun?
見事ひっくり返してやったぜ。
I turned things around just fine.
レナもかっこよかったと思うよ。お疲れ様。
Rena thinks you were cool too. Good work.
なんのこんなの軽い仕事だぜ。
I was nothing. I briskly clapped my hands against Rena's outstretched palm.
サトコもあっぱれ。
Sadako did brilliantly too.
最後は豪快に決めてくれたね。
She gave us a spectacular ending.
私を誰だとお思いですの？
Who do you think I am? Man, can't underestimate her. Sadako Hojo.
ケイちゃんも見事だった
That's
よ。
my daughter! Kei-chan was great too.
よくあの亀田を口説き落とせたね。
Winning Kamada over like that.
口先の魔術師なのです。
He's a magician of words.
リカちゃんそれ褒め言葉じゃないと思うな。
Rika-chan, I don't think that's a compliment.
しかし本当に
But really,
ケイイチさんでなくてはできない荒技ですわね。
only Keiichi-san could have pulled off such a drastic move.
私にはとても真似できませんわ。
I wouldn't have been able to do it myself.
ぜひ今度私にもご教授いただきたいですわね。
I would very much like you to teach me sometime.
あんな荒技をサトコがこなしたら想像するのも恐ろしい。
Oh, wait. Yeah. Sadako learned such displays of power. It's terrifying to even imagine.
くれぐれも真似はしないでくれよな。
I'd prefer it if you didn't mimic me. After declaring the match over, the umpire came to us.
いやまさか本当に勝てるとは。
Well, I never. You actually won.
驚きましたよ。
I'm shocked.
サトコなら打てるって言ったでしょ。
We said Sadako could hit it, didn't we?
全然信じてくれないんだからな。
He didn't believe us at all. The umpire scratched his head apologetically and apologized to Sadako, smiling dryly.
それにケイイチくんだってすごかったでしょ。
Keiichi-kun was amazing too, wasn't he?
ケイイチくんってここ一番で本当に頼りになる人なんですよ。
Keiichi-kun is actually the most reliable person here.
いやゴルフクラブで乱入してきた時は本当に大丈夫かと思いましたけど。
Well, when I saw him come in with that golf club, I certainly had my doubts, but
あの亀田君との行き詰まる攻防は手に汗を握りましたよ。
that breathtaking battle against Kamada-kun had me on the edge of my seat. Right, that breathtaking farce. I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kamada-kun and I were thinking about our evil, desert-violating ways.
さて監督、
Excuse me, coach.
約束ちゃんと覚えてるよね。
You remember your promise, do you not?
これは仕方がありませんね。
Yeah, this is... Guess I have no choice.
やったねやったね。
We did it, we did it!
ケイチくん、これで明日はバーベキュー大会だよ。
This means we're having a barbecue meetup tomorrow. Rena clapped her hands, and we all began to dance with joy. Tomita-kun and our other teammates were jumping up and down too.
なんだなんだ
What's that about?
バーベキュー大会
Barbecue meetup?
おいおい、一体どういう話になってるんだ
Hey, wait, what on earth are you talking about?
今日の試合に勝てたら高級お肉いっぱいのバーベキュー大会を振る舞ってくださるって約束になってましたの。
We made a promise that if we won today's game, he'd treat us to a barbecue party with all kinds of high-class meats.
亀田さんの登場で一時は危うかったですが、ケイチさんの活躍で見事獲得できましたのよ。
It wasn't looking good for a while when Kamada-kun appeared, but thanks to Keiichi-san, we've won that privilege. You see, so that's what this was about. It certainly was not a game we could have lost.
入江は大散財でかわいそかわいそなのです。
Irie's big wallet would be so sad, so sad.
参ったな。でも約束ですからね。
You're right about that, but I did make a promise.
私たちは食うときは情け容赦なく食うからね。
When we eat, we do it without any mercy.
何しろ育ち盛りだし。
We need to feed our growing bodies, after all.
いいかいみんな。
Alright, everyone.
明日は徹底的に食いまくるよ。
Tomorrow we dine like kings. Yeah! All the members of the Hinamizawa fighters raised their fists high in the air and cheered. Rika-chan was petting the head of the umpire, who was smiling painfully at the off-kilter remarks. He gave her his head and looked like he was about to cry. It looked like the price of victory would be pretty big.
参ったな。
You beat me,
でも仕方ないね。約束ですから。
but I have no choice since I promised.
お肉とかを買いにお買い物に行かないとな。
Guess I should go shopping for some meat.
監督、約束通り牛肉は高級なのお願いね。
Coach, get some grade A beef like you promised.
野菜ばっかり買って安上がりにしたら許さないからね。
We won't forgive you if you buy nothing but vegetables to keep it cheap. Five Nights at Freddy's. Boo-hoo. The umpire, whom they were calling Coach, grinned dryly, crestfallen. Umpire? Coach? The uniform he was wearing had Hinamizawa Fighters written on it. Oh, so he's not just the umpire. He was actually our team's coach. How old are
前
you?
原君でよかったですか
Barakun, is that alright?
お名前。
Can I call you that?
あ、はい。
Yeah.
前原君の出塁がなければありえない逆転でした。
This comeback wouldn't have happened if were it not for you getting on base.
ぜひ明日のバーベキューにはいらしてください。
Please, come to tomorrow's barbecue.
いやいや、それよりも
No, besides that,
ぜひうちのチームに入りませんか
would you please consider joining the team?
あなたとなら喧嘩を制覇できるかも。
If you were with us, we could dominate the whole prefecture.
監督監督、まあその話は置いといて、
Coach, let's leave that aside for now.
今はお財布の心配だけをなさいませ。
You should be more worried about your wallet. Despite the coach being an adult, everyone seemed to get along very well with him. Coach, huh?
よろしくお願いしますね。
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
ひなみざわファイターズ監督の入江ですよ。
I'm Eri, coach of the Inamizawa Fighters. He extended his hand to me. I firmly grasped it with my own in
前
reply.
原です。
Amabara,
よろしく。
nice to meet you. Then the coach took his other hand and began to stroke mine softly.
すべすべなお手手ですね。
What smooth hands you have.
きめも細かいし、お手入れも実にいい感じです。
Such narrow grain, and you truly take good care of them.
はあ、さわさわ。
Ah, silky smooth. Don't touch me!
は
Huh?
ちょっと
Hey, wait.
当家のメイドたちにもこれくらいの肌のお手入れはするよう厳命しなくてはいけないですね。
I must strictly instruct our maids to take this good care of their skin as well.
お手入れの悪いメイドたちにはお仕置きお仕置き。
And punch the bad ones who don't. Get away from me,
メイ
freak!
ド
Maids?
何の話をしているんですか。
What are you talking about?
はあ、こんなすべすべな手でご奉仕ご奉仕。はあ。
Such velvety hands. I just want to put them to work. The coach's eyes were spellbound, and as his delusions floated through his very own original magical universe, he made a supremely satisfied smile. How do I put this? Who the hell is this guy?
面食らってる面食らってる。
He looks so flustered. Get this creep off of me! Our coach is a little strange.
でもとっても面白い人なんだよ。だよ。
But he's really funny, you know. I felt like you couldn't measure him by saying strange or funny. I really didn't think we'd get along. Snap. The other self in my mind made a witty retort for some reason.
ほら、
Come on,
いい加減になさいませ。
settle down already.
ケイジさんも嫌がっておりましたよ。
You're making Keiichi-san uncomfortable. Thank you, my daughter.
ああ、すべすべ。
Silky smooth. Get off! Get off! The coach didn't try to take his hands off mine until Sadako hit him with a threefold wash bucket attack, causing him to faint. Death, 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 death to him, death, death. Wowee! Discovered something new about yourself. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna save. And we're gonna quit.
じゃあ行ってくれよ。
Nope. Quit game. Yup. Ending. We finished. So, what a chapter. This was just the baseball episode. That's all this was. I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna I have an idea. I'm gonna give us a... There we go. All right. What a episode. Baseball. I should play us some music. Let me pull up my stream music playlist. I'm gonna draw my fan art now. My daughter. Let's see here. We're gonna start with the skin tone. So we're gonna do it like that. And we're gonna draw her face. Right, it's like that. kinda. And we're gonna shrink our shit down. And we're gonna refine it. This is how they do it in the art industry. See? Okay. And now we can do the hair. I need a smaller brush. That's too small. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yep, 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 yep. All right. Yes, 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 yes. That's correct. Yes. Let me read chat. I can't fucking see because the background. And I can't see chat on screen very well because of all the fucking uh white. So I'm gonna do this so I can read it. He ain't a bad guy, just bad how he acts. He has a really weird sense of humor, but he doesn't actually mean the things he says or does. He's I'll have to see how I feel about him. I'm drawing my Sodical fan art. Yeah. Then make it a bit more red. Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. No, I want the 1 pixel. The 1 pixel. The 1 pixel. Yes. No, 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 no. No. That's my Sodical fan art. I hope everyone likes it. I worked really hard on it. Yeah. That's my Sodical fan art. Um, What font? What font shall we use? Ah, I know. This one. Okay. Oh, oops. There we go. That's my fan art. You can screenshot this and use it. Doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the people. All right. Well, that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the baseball episode. I guess next time we go to a barbecue, probably. It's good to be doing Higurashi again. But, I guess Monday we'll see what happens. I'm not quite sure what I want to stream yet, so I'm still figuring that out. But, I'll see you all then, and good night.